right, NFL Week 3 predictions video. A double header on Monday Night Football in Week 3. Strange, but I'll take it. I am recording this after the Thursday night game, but I did have my graphics and prediction in already beforehand, so I'm still going to post it up there and briefly talk about it. So let's get into it. Thursday Night Football, Jets, Patriots. First Jets home game and first game really since Aaron Rodgers got his Achilles blown out after 4 plays last year, so they're going to be amped up. Obviously, they were amped up. I don't know why I'm recording this. Pretense. Yeah, they were amped up. They were fired up. But I'm going Jets 20, Patriots 17. It ended up being 24 Jets to Patriots 3. So, the Jets offense, man, they were moving very, very efficiently. Rodgers looks as good as he's almost ever looked, which is insane because he's coming off an Achilles and hasn't played in a year. And he's 40. They completely shut down the Patriots' run game, which if a team does that to the Patriots this year, they're not going to win games. They're pretty reliant on running game, and they're not built to come back from behind and just throw the ball over the field. So impressive win by the Jets. All right, game number 2, Browns Giants. I'm gonna go Browns 20, Giants 3. It's gonna be a rough one for their offense. I think the Browns defense found their footing last week after a rough week 1 against the Cowboys. Malik Nabers went wild. I think he had like 18 targets, if not more. 10 catches, like 120-something yards. I think that, this isn't the Commanders' defense. They're going to be able to keep that in check, and Daniel Jones is probably due for 2, maybe 3 turnovers in this one. So it's going to be a rough one for the Giants. Browns will improve to 2-1. Giants 0-3. All right, Saints, Eagles. Eagles with a choke last Monday night. Saints are 2-0, highest scoring offense in the league through 2 weeks. If you said that you saw that coming before the season, you are a liar, because there's not a single person that I know who was predicting that. I had them as one of my bottom 3-4 teams in the league, but they are clearly, I don't think this is just like a fluke. I do think that they are playing really good football. Clint Kubiak, their new offensive coordinator, has them playing great ball. No A.J. Brown again this week. Obviously, you still have some weapons on the Eagles, but something just doesn't seem right about them, man. I don't know. I just think it's the head coach. So I'm going to go Saints 33, Eagles 20. Saints improved to 3-0. Eagles would be 1-2. They're really going to need A.J. Brown back soon. All right, sneaky good game of the week here. The Vikings are hosting the Texans. Texans 2-0, Vikings 2-0. I believe Jordan Addison is out still. Jefferson is back and healthy. Mixon is out for the Texans. But we got some offensive points in this one, man. Or offensive superstars, rather, I should say. You got Stroud and his receiving trio, and then you got Jefferson, and you got Aaron Jones. The Vikings, they've been playing some sneaky good ball, and I think the key for them is their defense has been really, really good, and they're going to need it to shut down the Texans' offense. I just think Texans' defense has also been playing good, and I think they're going to slightly edge out the Vikings in this one, 24-17. Close game. Vikings would have nothing to be ashamed of if it comes down this way, but I'm not going to say that, that this is not a sneaky upset here, even though it's actually a pretty close game on the betting lines. But yeah, good. One of these teams will not be undefeated any longer. All right, the Broncos 0-2 taking on the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, they are playing some great football. They took down the Lions last week in a close one. Baker was running around, had some of his swagger that you like to see. Chris Godwin's dominating. I got the Tampa Bay Bucks 31, Broncos 10. I think this is where the dam breaks a little bit. The Broncos have been able to kind of keep the game close by keeping the score low because they can't score any points. But I think Tampa's going to just kind of slowly eat away at them throughout this game and be able to put up some points. Whereas the Broncos, man, they might be one of the worst offenses in football. Not might be. They are one of the worst offenses of football. The only one I can think of that would be worse would be the Panthers and possibly the Giants, but I don't think I'd even go that far, which is just sad to say for a Sean Payton team, but it's true. They can't run the ball at all. Bo Nix, they have him throwing 40 times a game, and he's turning over the ball multiple times, so it's going to be a rough one for him again, and they're going to fall to 0-3. Tampa will be 3-0. All right, we got the Packers taking on the Colts. Or sorry, the Titans. Excuse me, same division, wrong team. They took on the Colts last week. Um, as of right now, we don't know if Jordan Love's playing, but he's had like 3 limited practices this week, so I'm gonna assume he is. So either way, I do think they're gonna win this game, but I don't see them scoring 23 points with Malik Willis. So I'm gonna go Packers 23, Titans 16, but that is with Jordan Love playing. If not, I think they'll probably be more like 17-16, something like that. The Titans' defense is solid. They're really good, but they cannot make up for Will Levis's mistakes, unfortunately, and he just keeps making them. So got the Packers going to 2-1, which would be, it'd be kind of a miracle if Jordan Love only missed 1 game after what happened and what looked like possibly a season-ending injury. So that would be pretty cool to see. I'm gonna go Bears 21, Indy 17. Indy's defense pretty banged up and not playing well. Bears defense is really good, especially their secondary. And Anthony Richardson just cannot stop turning over the ball. So it's not a good recipe for success. Chargers, Steelers. I'm gonna go Steelers 19, Chargers 17. Still don't know if Justin Herbert is playing. He's questionable with an ankle. Even if he plays, though, I don't know. Steelers, they kind of excel at these games. They grind them out. Just find a way to win without scoring a touchdown, kind of a game. Chargers have been running the ball really well. It's gonna be this wouldn't shock me if it was like a 9-6 kind of a game, but yeah, they're at home. I give the edge slightly to the Steelers because they've been playing this kind of football for years. So this is gonna be a real exciting offensive game, I'm sure. All right, Panthers, Raiders. Andy Dalton's coming in. I think he's gonna give him a little bit of a spark. Not to say he's gonna go light it up. It's a tough defense to go against, but I think they're gonna at least look kind of competent as an offense. I think they will score some points, but their defense is still bad, and the Raiders were able to score points on Baltimore last week. So, I have the Raiders winning 27-17. They will be going to 2-1. Panthers 0-3. 49ers, Rams. This is basically the hospital bowl. No Cooper Kupp, no Puka. Down 3 starting O linemen. 49ers are down CMC, obviously. Debo's out, and I believe Kittle is out as well. So just a shell of a team on both ends. But I think the Rams have been struggling just to run the ball. 49ers can still run the ball. Still got Trent Williams there. Still got Jordan Mason, who's been getting it going. I'm gonna say 31-13. Rams are just kind of they're just in a funk right now. Lions, Cardinals. Lions looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Tampa. Cardinals coming off of I think it was 41-10 victory against the Rams. Marvin Harrison has a breakout game. Cardinals offense is a lot better than, well, I won't say better than expected, but they've been lighting it up. Defense I still don't think is very good. I think the Lions are gonna be pissed off, and they should be able to bounce back in this one. There's really no reason that they shouldn't run the ball, and just kind of control the game. But you never know. Never know with Jared Goff too. Sometimes he can be prone to some dumb mistakes. So I think it's gonna be a close one. I got Lions 27-24. Ravens, Cowboys. This is kind of a big game. Obviously two playoff teams last year, but the Ravens are either going to be 0-3 or the Cowboys are going to be 1-2. Cowboys got blown out at home last week by the Saints. I think the Ravens are kind of desperate. I mean, you cannot fall to 0-3 in the AFC or in that division. Cowboys, if they go 1-2 in their division, they're fine, to be honest. I think the Cowboys defense is a little bit overrated. Problem though is Baltimore's O-line is struggling. They got like 3 new pieces and they're struggling. So the Cowboys might be able to actually just kind of get a good pass rush going, but I think Lamar's gonna be able to throw it on the Cowboys quite a bit. We'll see, but got Ravens 27, Cowboys 20. All right, I got my Seahawks taking on the Dolphins. Seahawks 2-0, Dolphins 1-1. No Tua this week or for a while even. In years past, there was like a Seahawks curse where you would lose to like a backup quarterback. I remember just happened every single time. They would just come in and they just still carve us up. I think it's Skylar Thompson. It's either Skylar Thompson or Tyler Huntley. But regardless, I think those days are over, and I think our defense is going to be able to shut them down. The concern will be if they can run the ball really well and keep the game close, which is possible. We gave up like 180 rushing yards last week, and we know that they've got a good stable of backs. But I think we're going to be able to move the ball pretty well and get the offense going. Gino showed he was kind of getting the hang of things last week. We had both of our stud receivers going for over 100 yards and 10 catches. So I think it might be a close game at halftime, and the dam's going to break a little bit, and we're going to start to tee off on whoever's back there at quarterback. So Chiefs, Falcons, going with a little bit of an upset here. Pacheco is out, obviously. You know, I think the Falcons have, like, Jesse Bates might be the best safety in football. We saw them kind of control the Eagles last week. Started to see Kirk Cousins gain his confidence again, and probably in his Achilles, stepping into throws, like kind of game on the line when he needed to. Bijan was running wild. Mahomes has made some sketchy decisions this year. He's gotten bailed out on a couple, but he's just made some couple bad picks. I think Jesse Bates might get him on this in this game. But with no Pacheco, and when you combine like Falcons have a good secondary, I could just see them looking a little bit out of sorts. So yeah, could be a big win for the Falcons. First game of the Monday Night Football doubleheader we got this week. Jaguars trying to avoid 0-3. Bills trying to get to 3-0. This could be a trap game for the Bills. I feel like they've had some weird kind of games against the Jags in the past. The Jags are going to be desperate. But I think overall they're going to get done. Trevor Lawrence the offense just doesn't seem like it's functioning right now. I don't think they're going to be able to score too many points. The only way they win this one is if they can hold the Bills down, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Bills 26, Jags 17. Saw the Bills go crazy on the Dolphins last week, running the ball really well with James Cook. If they can continue to do that, then they should be in for another win. All right, our second game of the Monday Night Football slate. I'm going to go Bengals 27, Washington 17. And that might be generous. I could see the Bengals putting up more points. T. Higgins is making his season debut. And Washington probably has the worst secondary in football. Jamar Chase has not had a good game in like 6 or 7 games, dating back to last year even. So he's kind of due for a breakout. And he was very upset last week. I think they need to try and get him the ball, get him going again. Yeah, Burrow is probably going to dominate. He's going to be in for probably 250, 300 yards, if I had to guess. Like 3 touchdowns. The only way he doesn't go for more than that is if somehow Washington keeps it close, which I don't think they're going to. They've really got the training wheels on Jaden Daniels. He's been doing his thing. He's been doing fine, but they're just giving him a lot of easy, short completions. No downfield passing, which is what he excelled at in college. Obviously, it helps when you have Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, but it's going to be hard to put up points on the Bengals defense when you're doing just check downs and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, there you have it. That is the Week 3 predictions and the slate. Let me know what you guys think, your predictions, and we'll see how this ends up.